Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ball and All with Shah. I am Charlotte. We are doing another Let's Talk Rochdale. So, all things Rochdale. In this episode, we will be talking the Scunthorpe game. We will be talking about that controversial penalty as well. I want all of your opinions on that, and we will be previewing tomorrow's game versus Woking. But first and foremost, how is everybody? Hope you're all okay. As you can see in the chat as well, I have posted a couple of things because some people may be joining. I know a lot of people probably have seen the penalty and just that whole farcical, we'll call it, of what happened with Manny Desiree. But if you haven't seen it, I have posted it in the comment section. And I have also put in the comment section on YouTube Robbie Savage and his thoughts on the incident. It's very interesting as well. So please, please, please give that a watch if you do have time. But first and foremost, if you haven't already, please, if you are watching on X, copy and share it onto the timeline. I'm going to do that now. And also, if you are watching from YouTube, like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell if you don't mind. It is much appreciated. So just bear with me. I'm just gonna post it out on all the socials. Hope everyone is okay, by the way, and having a lovely Friday. I do apologize again for my sore throat. My voice is so sore. I just talk too much. It's just down to the fact that I talk a lot, isn't it? But yes, bear with me, everyone. I will just quickly post everything out on the socials and I will get to the chat in a second. Lots to talk about this evening, though. Lots and lots, especially that Scunthorpe game and Darren Drysdale. I don't think I've ever seen a referee like it. And I'm pretty sure as well, quote me if I'm wrong, Dale fans, but why are we never in the press or never on social media for the right reasons? It's always the most bizarre reasons. But I will get to the chat. Hi, Terry. I am good, thank you. Hope you're okay. Hope you're having a lovely Friday evening as well. Like I said, everyone, I have posted some things on YouTube regarding the penalty and obviously Robbie Savage and his interview about it as well. Very interesting. Yes, Andy Duff is leaving. I will talk about that a little bit later. Such sad news, by the way. I will get onto it a little bit later. But I am really good, Neil. Hope you're okay as well. Please bear with me, everyone, as well, if I do have to take a drink. Chris, I'm glad you're okay too. Hope you're having a lovely Friday. I'm just going to quickly take a drink and then we will get straight to it. So, first and foremost, we are going to start with Rochdale 1, Scunthorpe 1. We will talk about the game first before we do get into the penalty saga. Evening, Graham, as well. Hope you are okay. Hope you're having a lovely Friday too. But yes, this was always a game where I didn't really know what to expect because it was kind of expect the unknown because we'd not played Scunthorpe so far this season. Played a lot of the other teams already, know what they're about. But with Scunthorpe, it was expect the unknown, obviously. And first half, I just want to say Scunthorpe were very, very good that first half. I don't feel Dale were necessarily on it, and we didn't see the Dale that we've seen perform against the big teams before, against Scunthorpe. But that second half, from a Rochdale perspective, it was so frustrating because we absolutely dominated it, didn't we? We had several chances, just like we were against Yeovil, where we could have scored so many opportunities as well, but we just wasn't clinical enough. On another day, we would have obviously scored them goals, but oh, so frustrating because there were just so many chances. Um, this is true. It just happens to me for the most bizarre reasons, especially on social media. I think the last time it was the conspiracy that happened on Match of the Day. Like, is Desmond an actual dragon? Honestly, crazy, crazy. Um, but yeah, on the game, I thought all in all, first half we weren't necessarily on it. I thought we were a little bit sloppy, especially our passing. Second half, we were very, very good. Like even Scunthorpe fans were saying how much how much of a great team and one of the best teams they've been up against this season, which was always very, very nice to hear, especially from people who are rivals. I do apologise, everyone. Oh God, my chest. Yes, people who are rivals near the top, it's always nice hearing that. Um, but yeah, especially with that, I think it was a very good goal, to be honest. Um, very similar to the Forest Green goal. And I've heard people saying Watmouth could have done better, but I don't agree with that, to be honest. I think Ollie Watmouth um, obviously did a great job for us. He's done a great job this season. And I don't think he could have done any better than he did because it was a great goal, a great strike. Yes, I'm so upset with this. I knew we weren't going to be able to keep him, to be honest, because he's just far too good. But part of me was like, if we do get promoted, would he come with us to League Two? But obviously, Brian Barry Murphy knows Oliver Watmouth very well from his Manchester City days. Someone who's very interested, plays a similar style of football to what Jim McNulty plays too, but at a League One level. So just makes sense, doesn't it? It just makes sense. Yes, I am. Well, just got a really sore throat. I think it's just because I talk too much, to be honest. And thank you so, so much. I do appreciate it. I'm still blaming Harvey Gilmore and that goal against Southend. That was the start of this. Bear with me, everyone. I do apologise for having to keep muting, but I still did want to bring you content and do Let's Talk Rochdale. But I want to know everyone's thoughts, first and foremost, about the Scunthorpe game. I agree with this, Chris. We were so sloppy in that first half. It was like we hadn't played together before, as all of our passes were not in sync. And to be honest, the first mistake I've seen from Gilmore. I completely agree. I felt like we've said time and time again how excellent Harvey Gilmore and Kyron Gordon have been um, this season, and I still stand by that. These players are allowed to have off days, and I agree with that with Harvey Gilmore. I don't think him and Gordon were necessarily on it. Pritchard, I thought, was excellent, especially that second half. I thought Joe Pritchard really did deserve his Man of the Match award. I thought Devante Rodney as well. I just want Devante to score because his work rate and he's been so unlucky with his chances. That header against Yeovil still. I'm absolutely gutted he couldn't score, but I felt like he worked very, very hard. And Ebanks Landell, I thought was excellent on Tuesday at the back. One of my favourite players, fantastic captain as well. And I thought those three players, Pritchard, Ebanks, and Devante Rodney, could have been man of the match, all three of them. I felt like we were missing that little bit of width on both sides. Alarakia, I felt like should have probably come on. I'm gutted he didn't come on because he could have possibly changed the game. I know we're obviously missing Toby Adebayo rolling for a muscle injury too. I hope it's nothing too serious. But yeah, I just felt like we're missing that little bit of width. And that could have obviously helped us that little bit more. But if we didn't drop points against Yeovil, I don't think Dale fans would be as frustrated as they are because I feel like in hindsight, this against Scunthorpe, this point would have been an excellent point to have on the board. But because we obviously dropped points the game before, I think that's why there's so many frustrated Dale fans. But There's going to be so many twists and turns as the season does go on, with Rochdale, with York in the National League. So we will see what happens. We will. Um, oh, thank you so much, Prime. I do appreciate it. If everybody can like and subscribe to my channel, it is much appreciated. And thank you so much for Prime for putting that and then obviously supporting as well. It is much appreciated. Thank you. Yes, Jim did mention it in his interview. He has a muscle injury. Apparently, the Yeovil game where he did play, he carried on playing for, I think it was about 15, 20 minutes longer than he probably should have because he did feel a little bit of pain in his muscle. He was a bit tight. Hoping it's nothing too serious. Jim's hoping it's nothing too serious. He could be back tomorrow against Woking, but I don't know if I'd necessarily risk him, to be honest, especially considering we have Halifax coming up. I do apologise, everyone. I'm losing my voice. But yes, one thing we have to talk about, that penalty decision. I think, obviously, it was a penalty to Rochdale. Don't think anybody has any uncertainties about that decision. It was 100% a penalty. The whole leading up to the penalty and the penalty incident was just so bizarre. I don't know if anybody has ever seen anything similar, but I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in football. And I know so many people have tried to get my opinion on this. And I've just had to say to them, like, I really don't know where to start with it because it's just so crazy. It's absolutely mental. Hi, Chris. Hope you're okay. Hope you're having a lovely Friday evening. But yeah, the whole penalty incident. Darren Drysdale, I mean, so many football fans as a whole, I didn't realise how many of them disliked Darren Drysdale until I saw this on social media after the incident. I don't think I've heard one positive opinion on the guy, which obviously about his refereeing, by the way, nothing actually personal to him, but his refereeing, I don't think I've heard anything positive from a football fan about him, what I have seen on social media. There's been several football fans from across the EFL right down to non-league that have said how many times he has been so inconsistent. And as soon as they found out this had happened and it was Darren Drysdale refereeing the game, they were like, I'm not shocked. I am not shocked, which is just sums it up really, doesn't it? No, I couldn't exactly see what had happened, to be honest. Bear with me, everyone. So sorry. No, from Pearl Street and my perspective where I was from, all I saw was obviously the penalty incident, as in what had happened. So then it's like, yes, we got a penalty. Manny D obviously goes to take the penalty. I'm happy because I think Manny D, has he been one of the only players this season who have obviously scored a penalty? I know Rodney's missed penalties. I know McBride went to take a penalty, had to retake it. And then was it Pritch who then missed a penalty? I think it was. So but Hendo's missed a penalty too. So we've not necessarily had luck with penalties when we've had them and scored them. So I was really chuffed when Manny D stepped up. And then all I saw was the whistle, Darren Drysdale blow his whistle, and then he was still moving his arms around and had no control of the players. But then Manny D was taking the penalty. I just seen him obviously do his run up, and then I just saw him give the indirect free kick. So us Dale fans in the Pearl Street were just in shock, like, what has happened? Has it been overruled? Has something happened? We don't know what's gone on. And then it wasn't until I get the notifications through on my phone from Rochdale. I have the alerts on, obviously, from Twitter. It obviously came up with the announcement and why the penalty has obviously then been overruled and it had been given an indirect free kick. And there was a clip of the penalty. Somebody, I think it was a Rochdale fan, had actually recorded and put underneath then what Rochdale had tweeted about the incident. So I had a look at that and I was just so confused, honestly, because we thought, oh, if this is the case, then if Rochdale have put that, has he touched the ball and is he hesitated? And because he's touched the ball's moved, then is that being direct free kick? We were all so confused. Bear with me, I'm so sorry. But then obviously watching the incident, if anybody hasn't watched the incident, by the way, I have put it up in the YouTube comments. If you do go on Twitter as well, if you can't find it on the YouTube comments, more than welcome to just type in Rochdale penalty. So many videos come up. But yeah, watching it, first and foremost, as I saw from Pearl Street, the referee blew his whistle and didn't have any of those players under control. On the video as well, we obviously heard whistles. So we were wondering whether Manny had obviously heard a whistle. And that's why then he stopped as he did his run up. But that was another thing we thought. And then obviously Manny Desirue has done his run up. We thought, oh, has he heard this whistle? And then he thinks the referee obviously is asking him to go and retake it. That obviously didn't happen. But in the rules, either way, what confuses me is Manny Desirue didn't actually touch the ball, did he? So automatically, he hasn't touched the ball. So he should be allowed, from what I've seen and what I've heard, because honestly, I was not familiar whatsoever with anything or any of this. It's just so bizarre. He should be allowed to retake that penalty. He didn't actually touch the ball. Either way, whether he obviously did touch the ball, which he didn't in both scenarios, if he did touch the ball and then obviously hesitated, they should have been awarded an indirect free kick. It should have been booked. But even in this scenario, he should have still been booked. So either way, with that, I don't get it from Darren Drysdale because in either situation, according to the rules, Manny Desirue should have been booked either way. He wasn't booked. I just think it is absolutely bizarre. Robbie Savage has obviously commented about it. Jim McNulty has commented about it too. And he's basically same as Robbie Savage, said exactly that. And apparently, Manny Desirue, the reason why he did his run up and then went back was because he heard somebody shout, wait. Those are the words that Jim McNulty said in his post match interview. He ran up to take the penalty and he heard the word wait. So that's why then he stopped. Who was it shouting wait? Was it a Scunthorpe player? Is it part of a tactic they've been doing? Then obviously, I don't know if this is a thing. Like, I am not blaming anyone. Somebody shouted wait, and then automatically you have Danny Whitehall and then the goalkeeper of Scunthorpe saying things to the ref, and then the ref then awards the indirect free kick. I don't know at this point, but apparently Jim McNulty said Manny Desirue did hear the words wait, and that was the reason why. But in my opinion, the whole game, Darren Drysdale, not even just from a Rochdale perspective, even some of the Scunthorpe decisions, Darren Drysdale was awful in that performance. The linesman near the main stand was awful as well. The amount of times he had it in for Pritch was ridiculous. Honestly, it was terrible, terrible. Um, but let me have a look. I'd love your opinions as well, by the way. Chris has put, don't think I've ever seen this ever happen. It must have been something like a whistle in the crowd and he stopped. No, we thought that as well, but it was a wait, apparently. I heard. I know you posted the rules, but I've not read them. But my understanding is that if the ball isn't touched, then it's a retake. Yeah. Robbie Savage said it as well. I posted the rules in obviously the comment section, and I posted Robbie Savage's interview as well. And Jim McNulty said the same. Love that, Neil. Bear with me, everyone. I have completely lost where I'm up to. Yeah, exactly. Drysdale, a UEFA licensed referee, as he was a former Premier League linesman. It's so frustrating, though, because surely there must mean something when you have gone right from the top, like the EFL leagues, right down to then non-league. It's just so annoying when referees get punished for being so inconsistent and then we end up having them. Frustrates me so much. Even the commentator team got confused what had happened. Yeah, honestly, it was crazy. It wasn't until I heard Jim's interview at the end and he spoke to Manny about it, why obviously we got a little bit of clarity. I thought Manny D had accidentally touched the ball as the Scunthorpe keeper rushed out to the ball. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I saw it on. Yeah, honestly, always in the limelight for the most bizarre reasons. Shouldn't have stopped, in my opinion. But with him saying wait, then he's obviously thought someone shouting it to him. If you're about to take a penalty, someone shouts wait, you're the only person then kind of in that limelight at that time near the ball. So you're going to think, oh, that's aimed at me. So I don't, obviously, I think he's right in that reason. I would have done the same, like, oh, it's like a normal human reaction to just stop if someone's shouting wait. But of course, McNulty has spoken to the referee assessor. I really hope this doesn't cost us, as it cost us 2 points. Fact of the matter is, though, right? We might not have even scored it, to be honest. But he should have had the chance to retake it, in my opinion. As obviously the rules said, as Jim McNulty said, obviously the referee assessor said exactly the same. It should have obviously been a retake, and then it's up to us to score it. If we don't score it, it's our fault then. If he wasn't fit enough to ref in the EFL, then he's not fit enough to ref in the non-league. Exactly. What annoys me more, though, is the fact we are getting these referees who are so inconsistent at the top of the game, but then they're coming to us and being even worse. Why do we deserve this? It's like punishment to the non-league clubs, and it's not fair that we're getting inconsistent referees. Chris has put, once you have completed your forward movement and about to strike the ball, you cannot stop completely or feint a kick. Doing so at the end of a run-up and is considered unsupported behaviour. That's why you should have been booked. The referee assessor, either way, has said that, apparently to Jim, that either scenario, Manny Dizarui should have been booked. So that's another decision that he didn't get right, Drysdale. Obviously, it works in Rochdale's favour because our player hasn't received a booking. But from the rules, in either scenario, we should have been booked. Another inconsistency. I believe he would have scored, to be honest. Obviously, it's a 50-50 chance, isn't it? But he's a natural goal scorer, Manny Day. And yeah, a very, very confusing situation. Like I said, it wasn't until Jim McNulty did his interview. If anybody hasn't seen Jim McNulty's interview, I suggest you do watch it. I can post it in the comment section as well if anybody does want me to do that. But it is on our YouTube page. It's on our Twitter page as well. But I advise you to definitely go and listen to it because Very, very, very good interview. And it's a little bit of clarity. And as I said as well, that Robbie Savage interview that I have posted in the comments, go and watch that too, because that's from a footballing perspective. He's obviously spoke from being an ex-professional footballer. So yes. Yeah, it heard weight. That's what I'm saying. Like in any situation, like we're all humans. If we're all just about to step up and take a penalty, we're the only one there near the ball. Someone shouts, wait, you think, oh, kind of thing, don't you? At the end of the day. And what annoys me the most about the situation is Darren Drysdale didn't have control of them players. He blew his whistle and then he was flapping his arms around with all the players, like looking and talking to all the other players. It, it wasn't actually looking at Manny Desirue taking his penalty, which makes it even worse. Honestly, same, same. But if anybody does want to watch it, definitely do, because it is just crazy, crazy, crazy. Um, Playing devil's advocate here too. If he heard weight, why did he still go through? As he was doing the run up, he heard weight. So as he was doing the run up, he heard weight. And then if you watch him, it just then goes back and the ball. So as that run up, he's then heard it. Yeah, honestly, definitely do. Definitely do. And yes, this is what I mean. He didn't have that referee did not have control of any of the players. He was still talking to them, waving his arms about while Manny Desirue, while he blew his whistle and was doing the waiting for Manny Desirue to take the penalty. He wasn't even looking at him taking the penalty. This is what I find so bizarre. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Three things wrong with the penalty. Drysdale was flopping his arms. There was, yeah, exactly, encroachment in the box, and also the keeper. Exactly. Completely agree with all of that. Completely agree with all of that. And technically, right, if obviously you are given the indirect free kick, I just it's just so bizarre because it's like the keeper as well. The keeper then went and picked the ball up. Is it not still in play at that time? Like, I don't know. It is absolute madness, and we probably will never ever see this happen again. Probably just be us. Hi, Mason. I hope you're okay. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I don't think we're ever gonna get any proper clarity on it, and it's just so frustrating. So frustrating. I just feel like it's always like an inconsistency with referees, no matter what league you're in, referees, officials, and stuff, and it's annoying. It's annoying. Just quickly as well, we were talking about obviously dropping points. Chris has put, but York are, I think, unbeaten in 24 games. I am sure I saw it somewhere, so it's not the greatest timing to have dropped points in the last two games, but we are all behind the lads. We are behind the lads. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Um, what I will do as well is just touch on this because news has just come out that Andy Duff is leaving at the end of the season, and I'm so, so sad about this because obviously being part of the club advisory board, the fan club advisory board, I know Andy Duff. Some of the stuff he's done for us regarding her game two when I was part of the her game two Rochdale team. He is so supportive, so helpful. He genuinely cares about all the fans. Like, honestly, the communication since he has come in and the relationship between the fans and the club has just been so much better. He's such a great guy as well. So I'm so, so sad to hear this. I don't know the reasons, whether it's obviously personal reasons for him, but we will really, really miss Andy Duff. What an absolute pleasure it has been having him working for us the past 2 years he has. Obviously, it's someone the Ogden family really, really do trust. Obviously, love working with him. He has been brilliant from the difficulties we had off the pitch, and when he's come in, he has completely changed it around. And yeah, it's just awful. It's awful to hear, but hopefully he's going on to better things for himself or spending time with his amazing family. Just in the chat as well. Dan has put, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. We just hope that it doesn't affect the end results because the chaos of that coupled with York's magical 103rd-minute penalty. Do you know what? I have said to Morgan, right, who's on the Absolute Football podcast with me on our non-league show, Morgan is a York fan, and so many York fans have obviously been laughing at us signing Manny Duku, which annoys me. Like, I like to judge a player on how they play for us rather than judge them previously because we've seen in the past with like Chris O'Grady, where Chris O'Grady weren't necessarily great at your Berries, at your Oldhams when he were there. But for us, he was so, so good. So I never ever judge a book by their cover. I like to judge them on the performances that we see. But I have said to Morgan, because of all this unnecessary hate for Manny Duku is going to do what Joey Thompson, God rest his soul, did against Charlton Athletic. Sorry, Graham. Manny Duku is going to score the goal that gets Dale the win and gets us promoted. Probably not going to happen, but I keep saying to Morgan, that is what's going to happen. Those moments of magic, it's going to happen again. Yeah. Yes, sadly, he was only with us for 2 years, but what a really good job Andy Duff did. Really, really happy with what he's done at the club. But obviously, it's so sad seeing a staff member go, especially a really popular staff member like him as well. There's a 4-point swing could really impact the end of the season. Yes. But he's taking time off after finishing with us, but hopefully better things to come. Yeah, spending some time with his family, which obviously much needed for him. Especially because he's been so hands-on as well, hasn't he? Everything he's been doing. Just check the Rochdale article and it doesn't say why he's leaving. So it's a private thing. I'm not going to dig any more on it. I know. Like I said, I think to be honest, it might just be a mutual decision. He might have just thought he wants to spend some time away with his family. Hopefully everything's okay with him though. It's okay, Shar, it's allowed because it's you. Oh, thank you. To be honest, I don't think McNulty trusts Manny Duku as Hendo gets picked before him. No, I know that. I'm just trying to come up with a scenario to annoy Morgan. I know. I would love that. I would love that so, so much. That would be the best thing ever, honestly. I would love that. Sure, now that would be a dream. And yes, I hope Hendo does. Hoping Hendo gets a title winning goal. It will be the perfect ending to an amazing story. That would just be, honestly. I love Hendo. He's literally our best, isn't he? Like the best the club has ever seen. Like statistically, he's the best. Historically, he is the best. And to us, he's literally our GOAT. So for this to happen, I would love it. I would love it. Has to happen now. I'm holding you all to it. My Maniduku thing can go out the window now. Even though I would take it, I'd take anyone scoring. Take an Ollie Pearce own goal or an Alex Newby own goal. For all I care. As long as we get the win and we go up. One thing I did want to talk about though, Dale fans. Anybody else in the chat, football fans? Before that, sorry. Well, I'll quickly touch on Ryan East because Ryan East scored as well. I've not even mentioned Easty scoring. Love Ryan East. He's one of my favourite players. Good to see him, obviously, on the goal sheet. I know last couple of games he's been a little bit up and down. I know obviously he made that mistake as well, didn't he? Was it for the Forest Green goal? I think it was for the Forest Green goal. Didn't clear it quick enough the other week, but Easty is he's so consistent. Can always rely on Ryan East, and it's good to see him obviously scoring goals too. Love that. But we will touch on Woking now tomorrow. What are we all thinking tomorrow about the game? It's going to be a tough one. Woking are our bogey side, in my opinion. We don't tend to get the best results and have the best performances against Woking. So I'm a little bit hesitant on what to expect. But I think it's a game where Jim will 100% be looking to really bounce back. We're at home, obviously, got the crowd on our side. We've got the U block as well. Shout out to everyone in that U block because yet again, so loud. It's made such a difference to the Pearl Street end since all those people have come in. Bear with me, sorry. I do not know how my voice is surviving. But yes, I'd love to know everyone's thoughts on Woking because I think it'll be a very tough game. Woking are doing decent this season. Got some good players. I know obviously they can be quite a physical side that can kind of push us off the mark at times. As I've said, they are a bogey side. We tend to struggle against Woking. We're having previous seasons, so not necessarily going to be an easy game, but there isn't any easy games in the National League. Obviously, it's nice that we have been winning. Whoever mentioned about us not getting draws as well, I'm fuming. I cannot remember who it was. I'm fuming with you guys since then. We've had a lot of draws. But yes, get to it. Bear with me a minute. I have got some comments in the chat I will get to. Easter is my favourite as well. Him and Ebanks. I love Ebanks Landell. I feel like he's been really good. The last couple. Well, this season especially, but when he came back last season after his injury, I know the first game he came back, he was a bit shaky, but once he got into it, I think he's been really reliable, really consistent and solid at the back, Ebanks. So he's another one. Chris, well, we drew 0-0 at their place, so I think we can win 3-0. Definitely. We have got as well. Rochdale win 2-1. Oh, it's a lot of people going for Dale on this one. We have got Bruce Eastwood. I think Dale will have the better of them. I really hope so. I'm hoping we will get the win. One thing I did want to ask you all as well in the chat, Dale fans, even some other fans as well, if you do want to get involved, is what do you think the team's going to be? Manny D hat-trick, that'd be nice, that'd be nice. What do we think the team will be? Do we think, so sorry again, everyone. Do we think Jim will rest some players? Or do you reckon he will put out the usual? If we do our thing, it should be an easy win, but the chances of the chaos of Tuesday night could not manage confidence. Well, I was going to touch on the team because I think Jim will make some changes. And I've actually put for Manny D not to start tomorrow. Don't get me wrong, I could be completely wrong. Um, Toby Adebayo rolling is a doubt for this one. As I said, with a muscle injury, he could possibly play. There's a chance he could play, but he has got a muscle injury, so I don't know if they would risk him. But I'm going to say my team. Don't come for me, everyone, because this is just a prediction. I do think he will mix it up a little bit as well, because I think the physicality of Woking, it will change it up a little bit. And Dan, as you said as well, Daniel, Manny D, I think Manny D could possibly play, but I've also gone for an option where they give Manny D a break after recent games and put Hendo in instead. So I have gone for, so my team for tomorrow for Dale have obviously gone for Oliver Watmoth. And then I actually went for Bryce Hosanna in for Toby Adebayo rolling. I think if Toby is fit, Toby will play, but I have gone for Bryce Hosanna in a right wing back role. Then I've gone for obviously Kyron Gordon, Ebanks Landell in for central. Then I've gone for Callum Perry, left hand side. Those three, may I add, are just solid, aren't they? All three of them, so solid. Say it every time. But Callum Perry, one of the reasons I put him on the thumbnail today, since he has come in, that lad has slotted in and he's just been so consistent. We were all worried, Dale fans, about Sam Beckwith, what the impact it would have on our team with obviously the really bad injury Sam Beckwith's had. But this guy, this young lad from Coventry, Callum Perry, everyone, get used to the name because he will go far. He has been excellent. Very, very excellent. But yes, I've gone for Perry. Then I've gone for Taran Alarakia on the left side. I think obviously Dan Moss is against it is his old club, but I think Dan Moss and how he's been playing previously, I think they will give him a little bit of a break. But it wouldn't also surprise me if Dan Moss played, and obviously there's Pritchard as well. I've gone for Gilmore in the middle, and I've actually gone for Casey Petit. As much as I think I love Ryan East, I don't know if Jim will give him that break. I don't know if they'll go more for Petit because he has that bit more physicality about him and will need that little bit more physicality against his Woking side. So I've actually gone for Petit, but don't come at me, everyone. Just predictions. Then I've actually gone for Conor McBride, Hendo or Manny D in the middle, and then I've gone for Devante Rodney on the other side. So let me have a look at yours, Chris. What more of Kyron Gordon, Ethan Ebanks Landell, Perry Pritchard, East Gilmore, Moss, Rodney, McBride, Manny D. Like I said, it's just predictions. Just predictions. Probably won't happen. Seen a lot of pictures of them training as well. And often when you see pictures of them training and doing a lot of work on the pitch, those players tend to obviously feature. So that's one of the reasons I went for Casey Petit as well to start and Conor McBride. But yeah, we will see. We will see. Let me know as well if anybody has any questions or wants to talk about any other points. Well, our game in hand is technically away to Southend. Shah, could you handle the nerves if we needed a point at home to York? I couldn't. Any time we play York, I cannot handle it. I got really, really chuffed at that York away game when we came back into it before half time. And then we completely self-destructed, didn't we, that second half? But I feel like Maynard and the tweaks that he did do, obviously playing Josh Stones in a different position and tactically doing them tweaks, I thought York played brilliant that second half against us. Already done that. But yes, if there's anything else anybody else wants to talk about regarding Dale, please let me know. But My voice is holding up still. I will obviously close out if there's nothing else more to say. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's happened with Connor. I don't know if it's just because he hasn't obviously got in the team because he's been out of favour a bit. I don't know if it's due to like an illness or not. I'm not overly too sure, but I really like Conor McBride. I feel like Conor McBride offers that little bit more physicality, and I think he would be perfect, obviously playing against Woking. He has that bit more about him. He's not as lightweight as your Burgers or your AD Barlows. He's a bit more physical, Connor, and he can hold his own. So I think that's one of the reasons why I feel like Connor could play. Oh, I'm not too sure because I feel like with Halifax, they always tend to get something against us, don't they? They always seem to get something obviously against us, and it's obviously a really good occasion, a big occasion. We bring a lot of fans too, like vice versa, them to our place. I think we will have a point to prove after they did beat us at home earlier on in the season. No, we did get better and we did come into it a little bit. Um, but yeah, I think it's going to be extremely tough, but I reckon we can do it this time. I think last game at home, we did come back into it. We could have possibly got something. We missed a few chances, didn't we, against them in that second half? But I feel like we will be on it. Players will be up for it as well. We won't want to drop any more points. But Halifax are a real threat still. They have some very good players too. I know, is it Billy Waters has just come back on loan for them? So obviously he's a very good player for them to have. Someone who was there last season, somebody who obviously Halifax love at the club. So yeah, it's always going to be tough, but hoping fingers crossed we can get the win. Away to York, it was first 15 minutes of the second half self-destructed as we did come back into the game, but it was too late to make any impact. Completely agree. And yes, Shea is such an old-fashioned ground too. And it's cash, isn't it, on the turnstiles, which is obviously a massive throwback for everyone. Because usually it's all ticket now, isn't it? Have your tickets, you have all of that. But yeah, they specifically asked for cash on the turnstiles from Dale fans. So it's like a proper old-fashioned experience as a whole, that match, isn't it? But it's one I'm looking forward to. It will bring a lot. It will bring a lot because no, last season we had the standing and the seats as well, didn't we? So is it the same this year? I haven't seen Halifax pitch this season, but it was both last. I think it's a little bit better this season. Don't know if they've had some work done, but I know it hasn't been as many people talking about it the same. So I'm pretty sure they did have some work done during the close season because last time we did play them, it wasn't pretty, was it? It was quite a messy one. It was, yeah, it was. Is there anything else anybody wants to talk about or ask? If not, I will close out. The voice is starting to fade a bit, but if anybody does have any questions, let me know and I will answer them. Or any talking points that you do want to talk about. Just gonna have a little drink. Still fuming about that penalty though. The ground is owned by the council, I think, too. Yes. I'm not 100%, but I've got a feeling it is, to be fair. I've got a feeling, but like I said, I'm not 100%, but you probably know more than me, Chris, to be fair. Good win for Gateshead against them, though. They really needed that win, didn't they? Especially since Rob Elliott has come back because they've obviously not been seeing the results necessarily on paper, but they have had a lot more better performances, Gateshead. We all are, yes. Right. I am going to close out now. My voice is getting to the point where I think it is going to give up on me. And I need some for the game tomorrow. Need to be cheering the team on. I need to be singing. I'm so sorry, everyone. So I am going to close out. But thank you so much for supporting. It has been a pleasure talking to you. Yes, I will rest that voice. I've got a couple of things coming up over the weekend. I'm at the football tomorrow, the Dale game. I don't have any planned streams at the moment. I may do something in the evening, but there's a possibility after I've been to the game, I may not have any voice, so I'm not going to commit to anything on my channel. But I do have a couple of appearances over the weekend on other podcasts, which I will put out on the socials and advertise them if you do want to come along or if you do want to support and listen. And obviously on Monday, I will be hosting Absolutely Non-League in collaboration with NL Full Time on the Absolute Football podcast. I'll have to talk about that penalty incident again. I'm sick of it at this point. But yes, I will just go to this. So, Ball and All with Shah is my channel. It's Ball and All with Shah on YouTube, and Ball and All underscore on X, Instagram, TikTok. If you do want to follow my own personal ones as well, it is Shah X RAFC on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Yet again, thank you so much to you all for tuning in, because I know it's not just Rochdale fans that do come in and chat. It's everybody, so it is very much appreciated. I'm so sorry it's not been a long one. As I've said, my voice isn't holding up too well, so I am going to get some tea and honey. Think it needs it. But I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Take care. And don't forget